In June 2022, Microsoft said farewell to Internet Explorer in favour of Edge. If you're new to Edge or don't know much about the history of the browser, it's actually now built on Chromium coding, which is most well known for the coding behind Google Chrome. So whilst the two may in some ways feel familiar, Microsoft have replaced Google services with their own, for example Outlook over Gmail, and they've added their own touches. And if you're using Microsoft for your day-to-day work, using Edge is really handy as everything syncs up. But onto this video, I'm going to show you our top 5 features in Edge, so let's dive in. First up we have vertical tabs. It's far easier to show you than explain it. So next to your new tab here, you can see this little browser icon. If you click on this and then click on Turn on Vertical Tabs, it will move your tabs to the left. Now you may be thinking that they stick out a fair bit, however you can collapse them using this little arrow here, or when you hover over you can pin them to keep them expanded. If you do have them collapsed, you can hover back over, open new tabs this way and switch between them too. This is a great feature for people who have a lot of tabs open, as they do stack much better than across the top. Our next feature is collections. Collections can be found to the right of your search bar. This little plus icon, almost like folders, is collections. Now collections is probably my favourite feature I'll mention in this video. It allows you to store and organise web pages. So traditionally you may have favourited a page and it will appear on your taskbar, but collections is a much more organised way to do this. So if we start a new collection here, and we'll call it restaurants, then I'm going to search for a popular Norwich restaurant called Zach's. Then when I'm on the website, I can go to collections and press this little plus on my restaurant collection and you can see it's added. This means that the next time I am looking for dinner inspiration, I can just go to my restaurants collection and have a look through all the websites I have saved. You can also save text from web pages in collections too. So I'm going to go to Wikipedia and we'll pick the Tour de France as is on the front page. So what I'll do is if I want to save a piece of text, I will highlight it. I can right click on it and then there's add to collections. So you can either add it to an existing one or you can start a new collection. So if I go back in here, you can see it started a new collection and we can just rename this to whatever we'd like. And there is the Wikipedia entry. And it's also great because if, for example, we open a new tab, if we click into cycling and click on this, it will take us to the page and it will highlight the piece of text that we have saved in our collection. Now this leads us nicely onto our next feature, which is Web Select. So I'll stick with this Wikipedia article. Now Web Select makes it much easier to copy and paste groups of text or images. So when you're on a page, you right click and you click Web Select. The page will darken and then you click and drag your cursor over the text or the images that you want to copy like this. And you'll see that all the text and images goes into blue boxes. Once you let go, you'll then see the copy button. And if we open up a Word document, you can then paste that straight into there. Edge also has a full page screen capture ability, and this is the next feature we're going to look at. So if, for example, you're on a long page like a Wikipedia page, and you want to screenshot the full page, you can right click on the page and click Web Capture. So firstly, it will start with a capture area, and this is a small area, so if you just want to screenshot a piece of this, you can copy it, or you can also mark up that small area like this. But you can also do a full page screenshot, so I'll show you what that'll look like. So if we capture the full page, it will screenshot everything and you can scroll through, you can edit this, you can even add it to your collections. And finally, the last feature we're going to highlight is actually a security feature called Tracking Prevention. So you can access this by clicking on your profile icon here and going to Manage Profile Settings. You then want to go to Privacy Search and Services. So Tracking Prevention on Edge is designed to protect you from being tracked. There are 3 settings, as you can see here, so they do give you some flexibility. So there's basic, balanced or strict. And you can also add exceptions, so regardless of what level of tracking prevention you have in place, you can add exceptions, and you can also view any blocked trackers that Edge has blocked for you. And there we go. That's vertical tabs, collections, web select, web capture and tracking prevention in Edge, our top 5 features.